My name is Timothy Batia. I'm a digital executive here at Fireworks Advertising, stroke Venture BCW. And we've had the lovely opportunity with working with you, Gloria, through this program for Afro Fem Coders, and it's been a really delightful experience. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to get to know you better and for you to tell the crowd and the audience, everybody, about who Gloria is, how you came up to be in this point, in this chair, in this seat, all the way across the seas, and how it feels to impact women's lives like this. So yeah, so feel free, just let us know who is Gloria and what is Gloria all about.
Yeah, so my name is Gloria Tumushabe and I'm from Uganda. I have been in the US for over 5 years now, slightly over 5 years. I came in June 2016 to do my bachelor's in electrical engineering and computer science. And after I graduated with my bachelor's, I decided to do my master's in electrical engineering and computer science still. And that has given me a chance to learn how to program. And through my journey, I was able to realize the gender gap. It's really big. There's more men in the programming industry. But again, there's even fewer African women, which is like very ironic because so many products are being built for people of all ages, of all genders. So the lack of representation is very terrible. And so many businesses in African countries are women led. So the thought that we don't have that representation was always bothering me. And I really wanted to have a platform, a place where I can be able to help women learn some of these skills in a safe and inspiring environment where they don't feel the stigma of, oh, maybe I might not be good enough. Maybe there's so many men. I don't even know if I belong here. I wanted them to know that they belong. And obviously, sitting here and being able to have a good education from UC Berkeley, and I'm currently a software engineer right now in the Silicon Valley. So I have been given much. I didn't pay for my education. Mastercard Foundation paid for both my bachelor's and my master's. And to whom much is given, much is expected. So I always think that it is my duty to be able to change the lives of people who might not have been given the same opportunity as I have. And that's why I started Afro Fem Coders, and I'm excited to continue the journey.
Oh, that's very, very brilliant. That's very brilliant. And I must say, you're doing amazing work, changing lots of lives for African women. And I remember sometime you mentioned that a lot of the women in your program that you had are mothers and not what you'd expect to have the only younger women coming around. So how has your experience been like working and teaching all these different women and engaging with all people, even as you learn? How has that engagement been for you?
Yeah, so there's different women of all ages. So we don't necessarily say only 18-year-olds. Obviously, when we started, we only had people who had just finished Form 6 back because we were trying to, reach out, and those are the people who signed up first. But then after that, we expanded the program. We have some mothers in the program. We have some people who are like much younger. So it's very nice to be able to have a range of people. But again, it's like easy to also recognize the burden that women have in pushing their careers through, because some of the people that when I interact with them, they're like, I have so much housework, I don't know if I'll be able to finish even this project, but to see them continue to persist and to do some of this work, it makes me proud, because at the end of the day, regardless of the fact that society hasn't really been fair, because I mean, if there's so many people in a household, why should one person have to do all the work? Clean, cook, do all of that kind of stuff. So some people have fallen behind on the projects because of that, but then they still haven't given up. And we constantly give some extensions. If you reach out and you're like, I have so much going on, I have to take care of my family, but I still want to continue. We're able to give these people extensions. We're able to, like look at them as a special case if they aren't able to meet the deadlines, and we're still able to have them part of the program. So it's nice to be inclusive to every single kind of person. Plus, it's never too late to learn how to code. So I think it's nice.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. across all ages, across all, roles and responsibilities, really changing lives. So it's beautiful. So I think let's dive in deeper into Afro Fem Coders. So in your own words, and just tell us, what is Afro Fame all about, and Afro Fame Coders all about? What does it do? What is it all about?
So Afro Fem Coders is a community of women who are willing to learn how to code, and not just only how to code, how women who are willing to better their lives in line with technology, learn how to design websites, learn how to build those websites, learn data analytics, learn machine learning, learn anything, learn Python. There's so many different programming languages, and we're creating this community where people feel safe. You can ask any questions. You can say you're having any struggles. Maybe you have like a difficult experience with either, maybe you have menstrual cramps. You feel like you can easily say it in our community. You can say, it's a rough week for me, but I still want to be able to continue to learn. So our community is just a place where people can be able to learn all of these skills. But how do we do it? We have different classes. We have different learning tracks whereby if people are interested in web development, then they're signed up for that track. If people are interested in data science, they're signed up for that track. If people are interested in design innovation, like learning how to be a graphics designer, for example, then people are also signed up for that. And we give them the chance to go to these classes. On top of that, we don't really only teach the classes. We also give these people a chance to come to office hours and ask questions, because we know that, really talking at someone and giving them all the content is not enough. So we have like these office hours where our students come and they ask questions. They would say, I didn't understand what was taught in class. So every single learning track has office hours where people can get to come. And then another thing that we do is we understand the people who are learning all of these skills want to get a job. So we also have a special class called the technical interview preparation class, where we prepare people for getting jobs in the tech industry. So you can come and you understand what the process is, because obviously it's one thing to know how to code, but then you also you really need to know how to get the jobs and how to interact with people in the tech industry and what they do, and if you need to get more skills to prepare for those jobs. So we also really do that. We have a community of like mentors as well, whereby our mentors can host guest speaker series and get to talk to more of the students and guide them through life and any kind of questions that they could have. But Afrofem Coders is just a community of women, all kinds of African women, sub-Saharan Africa to be even more specific, who are willing to better their lives.
Oh, that's really, really, that's really wonderful. I like how you're working with a vision, of which this is it's just a moment of now where we're here, but even after 10 years, 15, 20, you'll still have the same vision and still be empowering African women, and that's really wonderful to see. Kudos to you. So more about Afrofin Coders. I know you've just had your first hackathon and really amazing stuff. Uh, through your experience, through your different projects, how many girls and how many women have you worked with in total, and what has it been like for you working with these women? What does it mean for you?
Through my interaction, I mean, when I started, it was 13 girls, and then over time, we've been able to expand. I can say overall, we've been able to interact with over 100 women, because in the current tracks where we have different women that are enrolled in the current tracks, I mean, the tracks aren't really done for us to say, well, this is the number of people who have completed all the learning tracks, but we'll be able to know, by the end of the year, how many people would be able to successfully complete. But so far, we have over 100 women enrolled in the different tracks, and which is nice to be able to see some of these women interact with the instructors and grow. But one thing that stands out to me is seeing how much people change over like a span of 2 months. Someone will come in like, I don't even know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm good enough. And then they're like, well, I want to teach, how can I volunteer with the program? How can I help out? And being able to see that change is what constantly inspires me to continue running the program. And another thing is also the interactions inspire me, because I'm able to see myself in these people. I know for sure that 5, 6 years ago, I didn't know that I would be in this place. So being able to see myself and have that level of empathy and know everyone is a beginner, everyone starts somewhere. And I teach with that kind of mentality, well knowing that at some point I wasn't able to write a single function. I wasn't able to write like any kind of code. I wasn't able to build anything. And walking into some of these classes and being able to look at these people and be like, this was me at some point, you know. It inspires me because I'm like, these people are going to be great, you know. They're going to be able to build their lives and build amazing projects. So it's always nice interacting with them, and we hope that through this hackathon, through these sessions, we can grow our community, because one thing for sure is that there's so many people who are willing to help out. There's so many people who want to come and, you know, teach. I have the time. It's 1 a.m. in California, and I'm awake, so I would want to be able to give back. So if more women are interested in signing up, yeah, I'm definitely like open to that.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. That's wonderful to hear. The more the women, the better. Finally, do you have any advice, any encouragement, any, words of wisdom for all the women out there who want to be the best versions of themselves and, to be like you one day, end up in Berkeley and design all these apps and games? What words would you give them?
Yeah, one of the words that I want to put out there is, you know, everyone starts somewhere. It's always important to recognize the fact that there's a process. You don't wake up and you have a degree in computer science. You definitely work for it. So I believe in work hard and persistence. I believe in not giving up. And that's one thing I constantly tell my students, and I want to tell whoever is interested in, you know, being able to pursue a career just like mine, is that you shouldn't give up. Every single time you face an obstacle, you should always remember, I can overcome this. You know, I can overcome this. I can overcome this. And if you really look at life that way every single time, then there's no way you won't be able to make it, because every single time you get an obstacle, then somehow you have that small voice in your head telling you, I think I got this. And so I feel every woman should know they got this. So they can make it through as long as they work hard and they don't give up.
All right. That's amazing to hear. So you heard this from Gloria herself. You got this. So please sign up, join in for the hackathon, for the web development classes, and yeah, please join the community, Afro Fem Coders, here to empower you all and give you all the programming and computing skills that you desire. Open those horizons. Another thing that Mastercard Foundation is very passionate about and would like to reiterate the message, put more energy behind this message, is remember, it's up to us in this struggle against COVID-19. We have our responsibility to make sure we protect ourselves, our family, and our community in this battle against this virus. So do all your best to make sure you adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols and protect all your loved ones against the virus. So remember, it's up to us. Remember, it's up to us. Remember, it's up to us. So thank you to the Mastercard Foundation, to all the stakeholders making this thing happen. And we would like to send a gratitude message to you, the fans, and to the audience for tuning in for this hackathon, sharing the message, and also keeping up with those COVID-19 safety measures. Gloria, it's been lovely having you. I know it's a bit late where you are. All this time difference, you can see the mile you're going, extra mile. So it's really amazing. Once again, kudos to you. And yeah, have a nice evening. And yeah, thank you. Till the next time we meet again.
Yeah, thank you so much, Timothy. It's been a pleasure working with you and your team, and I'm looking forward to continued collaboration. Thank you so much.